Hello, random person scrolling through the internet. How have you been? Hopefully your day has been good and productive. This video is dedicated to creating a dewy makeup look. I haven't done anything like this in particular for a very long time, so if you're also interested in this kind of makeup design, hopefully you stay and you take something from this video. And here are the items that I will be using today. Names of each item will be shown on the video as I use them along. Starting with the bare face. Although I have already prepped my skin off camera, I have applied my toner, my eye cream, and my moisturizer. But first and foremost, hair out of the way. So I will be going ahead with a primer here. Skin prep is vital for a healthy looking skin prior to application of makeup. We all know that. But the main reason that I had a glowy skin in this video is because of this Glowy Pearl Base Primer. And I also used a Dewy Cushion Foundation. This is the second time that I've used this cushion foundation after I bought it 2 months ago, I believe. Because I don't usually use foundation every day. I mostly use concealer. But I do love this cushion because it feels very light on my skin. I think I went a bit heavy-handed here. So let me just go ahead and blend that with a sponge. Here I use the Clio Kill Cover Concealer. I only use dots of it under my eye and on certain places. Blending that well. Gotta look cohesive here. I've had this Mega Max contour stick for over 6 months already. Let me just check how much I have left. Still enough. I'll give myself a little button nose today. I don't usually do that because I already have a small nose, as you can see. But for this little cutesy look, I thought a little button nose wouldn't hurt. This is my favorite main contour stick at the moment because it really does blend seamlessly. Before it was Morphe, but in the future I'd hope to get the M Cosmetics contour stick. I heard really good reviews about that. But hopefully someday I'll be able to get that, and I'm wishing that they do ship worldwide here to Australia. Oops, I checked it just now and M Cosmetics does ship worldwide. Moving on to blush. I am using a Rare Beauty here, and I think I've applied a little bit too much. I forgot how pigmented this is on the skin, and yeah, it's supposed to be just 2 dots. But I thought it wasn't enough, so I made it 3 dots on each cheek. But I'll just have to blend it as much as I can. No worries. Moving on to powder. I'm actually using 2 different powders here. For the under eye, I'm using the Illamasqua Translucent Loose Powder. And for my whole face, I am going to use the Jaclyn Hill Luminous Powder. Spreading that evenly across my face and sheer it out. If there is anything that I have kept in my vault for more than 2 years, Innisfree contour shade is one of them. I am going to be keeping this contour shade for as long as I can. Here comes the Jaclyn Hill Bronzer and Blush Duo. This bronzer is really great for bringing back the warm look on my skin. I decided to keep my brows a little bit lighter for this, and so I'm using the only light brow cream that I have, which is the Morphe one. I usually have my brows straight, and so I look mean most of the time, but for this I'm going to curve my brows a little bit, give it a little bit of arch, fan it out, brush it out, and lighten it, keeping it in place with the Peri Peri Brow Mascara. MAC Eye Primer can speak for itself. Like, this is the main eye primer I use all the time. She's really that good. So dang pretty. Like, the packaging is giving off princess vibes. If you're into this kind of packaging and this kind of theme, a lot of East Asian products have this nowadays. It's like the battle of the most prettiest and the most aesthetic packaging that's circulating the internet right now. Although the container may be pretty, but be mindful that the eyeshadow are very sheer. Now have a look at this folklore palette. It's so adorable. It's so cute. I just noticed that most of these Asian eyeshadows do not have any shade names, so I guess we'll just have to rely on the color of the shade. I'm just building up the colors from the lightest to the darkest shade here. I'm gonna make my eyes a little bit more bigger because I have small eyes. I'll be using this brown shade to extend my eye a little bit further before I could use the gel eyeliner, just to make it look a little bit more softer. Now I'll be using a MAC Fix Plus to apply the glitter, because the brush by itself cannot pick up the glitter, so I'll need a little help from MAC Fix Plus here. I decided to use the glitter from the Full Color palette, because they look a little bit more, well, not chunky, but it looks more visible than the one from the Clio palette. And I'm applying that all over my lid, just to give it a little bit more sparkle. Now I'm using the Maybelline Master Drama eyeliner. I'm going to curl my lashes first before I apply my eyeliner. I actually learned this trick from a Korean beauty vlogger. Here we pull out the Illamasqua cream gel eyeliner. I'm actually quite sad that Illamasqua isn't making big waves on the internet. This brand started on November of 2008, the same year that Morphe also started, but between the two, I'll be honest, I prefer Illamasqua more than Morphe. It deserves much recognition, actually. I bought a bulk of their items at one point, and 80% of the time, I'm loving their products. But the rest of the 20% is, there's a room for improvement, or it just isn't my preference. Hey Mesh Mascara. I could only say good things about this mascara. It truly is smudge-proof. It doesn't smudge, it doesn't clump, and it stays on the whole day. Like, isn't that what we were all looking for a mascara? Just me deciding what to do next. I have chosen. I'm a sucker for unusual highlighters, so I got this really vividly chameleon kind of pink shade of highlighter from RMT Cosmetics. It's a Chinese brand. And the packaging is quite heavy. I think that's just the right amount of highlighter. And last but not least, I am going to be using the tint from Innisfree. It's very velvety, and I'm just going to start off a light in the center of my lip, soften the edges out with my finger, as I always do. I'm just going to apply a gloss on top, just to make everything glowy and glossy. And I'm done. Just removing the clips from my hair here. I know that most of the products that I've talked about in this video, I said I love, I like, and I'm impressed by, but the truth is, a lot of the products that I do not like, I have already given or disposed of, so I don't think there's a reason for me to keep the products that I do not like in my inventory, because I know I won't be using them. It's just a principle of decluttering. So this is the up close of my face. It's really looking like the filter on Instagram, pillow face. Have a search on Instagram and you'll know what I mean. Just type pillow face. And also, while you're there, follow me on Instagram at Vimarco MUA. Okay, bye.